It's like a thunder's roar. Rubber burns and the engine soars. Rev bomb rides with a wild man's pride. The world can't keep up no matter how it tries. Rev bomb's motorbikes got a heart of steel. Wheels spinning faster than the fear we feel. Lights flash like fire in the dead of night. He's a rebel on wheels chasing freedom's light.
Morning all, bright and early, 7 o'clock again on a Wednesday morning, and we're out on this. This is the Flouro version of the LXS Euro 5.5. So you've seen the midnight one, you've seen the walk around. They brought back the Flouro. I like this. It's got the Flouro yellow wheels. It's not as vivid as the old LXS, just the single LXS badge down the side. I don't know if I'm a lover of that or not. It looks alright, but I do like the yellow Flouro wheels. But exactly the same bike. So we've got a mile and a half ridden down to RB Bridge. So, different location today. We're going to roll out. We are going to get some miles on the bike. Oh, and look out. Here comes the obligatory lycra clad warrior. Complete with crash helmet and his little pack in his back. And all the cars are trying to get round him. Got plenty of room. He's in position 1, people. Come on. And as they say, give cyclists a wide berth. Now, this time of the morning, it's a bit too early for the sun shield, but there are a lot of bugs in the air, so I have my visor half cracked at the moment, so I've got a little air gap at the bottom of the visor. But if you are riding anytime during the summer, watch out for the obligatory bugs. All you need is a bug in the eye. You're going to lose your sight for a minute, and you're going to be very careful. So always have some eye protection when you're riding in the summer, because the amount of midges, bugs, flies, wasps, bees, and believe me, a wasp inside your visor is not a good thing. Most of the big motovloggers have done it at one time or another in their life. They've had a wasp or a bee fly in, and it's not very nice. So always keep your visor either down or half cracked open, so you've got a little bit of air gap, and that will stop any fogging. The other way to stop fogging is to get yourself what is called a pin lock. So pin lock visor, which is basically a little silicone pad that goes inside your visor. We're waiting for Bin Man because Wednesday is bin day. Yes, it is. All the workers, give them a wide berth, watching the back of that truck, make sure no one's coming out. As we go around good old Simpson, all the trees are in full bloom, the church is looking lovely, and this LXS is riding absolutely spot on. Now the seating height on these, they've jacked it up by about 10 mil, so it is a little bit higher in the seat, but it rides absolutely beautiful, and it means that I can now get my feet a little bit lower on the pegs. Yay! And it's still good for short riders. Now, talking of short riders, and we're going to discuss that, a lot of the younger girls and the younger guys are very short in the leg. Can they get on an LXR? You can, but it's a struggle. You're on the tippy toes, you're on the balls of your feet, and you should really be flat-footed on any motorcycle, hence the LXS. But there are shorter versions. Right, we're going to let the traffic clear. While we're doing that, let's have a waffle. So shorter versions of bikes, and you've got the, obviously the Detroit was out, the Michigan, and you've also got that new R66 Plus. Now, Detroit is around about 790, I believe, in the seat, same as the LXS. The Michigan is really low. That's round about 760, I think, or 740. It's a really low seat on that. So that is the R66 Plus, but it's really low in the seat, and it's just the old Michigan. It's the cruiser style. He's going to the outside lane, watching him. So the 66 Plus is a good one. Another great one, which is 740, it's the lowest bike they do, and it is the AJS Cadwell. And obviously a lot of people have been after the Cadwell because it's the shortest, tiniest bike ever. It's very similar to the old-fashioned cafe racers, and it's a beautiful looking bike. It's one of the heritage bikes from AJS, along with their Bilston and their Scrambler and the Desert Scrambler, but you can't get the Cadwells at the moment until about October. But it's the shortest bike of the lot in seat height. So if you happen to be a short rider, have a look at the Cadwell, but have a look at the Lexmoto R66 Plus as well, and also the R66S is also quite still low in the seat, and we've done quite a few of those. Go and look at the walk-arounds of those and the reviews and give it your opinion. So that's the options you've got. Obviously, everybody is still trying to get hold of this Cypher. Now, the electric bikes were discontinued last year, and everybody is still going on about the Cypher. When's it back out? There is no ETA. I know there is a new model coming, but there is no news on the R66, the Cypher at the moment. With all these new models, R66, R66 Plus and the 66S, Lexmoto have got all the bikes they need, and obviously the new LXS and new LXRs and the SE. But as I say, watch this space. New models still coming out of China, and the quality now is really getting up to spec. There's some great bikes that are coming out onto the market, and they are really, really good as well. Obviously, mirror position on these is great. Good view of the road behind in both mirrors. I always have this one set slightly lower, just so I can get an idea of what's coming up from the rear. In my near side one, I have it set towards the curb. Excuse me. So, that's the bike anyway. You've got digital display there, your mileage down the bottom, rev counter across the top, miles an hour, gear indicator, fuel, and all your telltales on the left and right windows. Good seating position. It is obviously sports bike style, so your feet are slightly back, and you've got them drop shaped handlebars, so it is a good ride. Sports bike style. It's not that achy on the wrists, it's alright on the back side. The seat's nice and comfortable, and you've got that little seat hump so you can tuck yourself back and get yourself low if you fancy being Marc Marquez. But riding it upright, it's a great looking sports bike, and it's big for a 125. The LXR is absolutely massive. 6th gear, 40 mile an hour, check the shoulder, move out into the lane. Now, if you saw me doing the Bilston yesterday, obviously that one, a customer reckoned it had an issue with the gearbox, but as you saw, I was going up and down the gears, and I was showing the wife last night. She said, "You're talking at every junction." Yeah, I'm just telling people what I'm doing. So, watching my mirrors, keeping an eye on that red car that is just behind me. He's coming around, and I can see absolutely everything in my mirrors, which is good, but you should still be shoulder checking, watching that mirror every couple of seconds, just in case you're going to get some numpty comes flying up behind you and cuts right in over your shoulder. You've always got that little bit of escape room just down the inside. There is a load of gravel and crap there, but you've got escape room. And you should always leave, when pulling up in traffic, leave yourself an escape point. Tuck yourself to the left or right of cars, unless you're right at the front, which is where you belong. And if you can, drop a filter in. Get yourself to the front of the queue. Get yourself out of the way of all the stupid car drivers. Because driving standards, look at this one. Here we go. Half a lane. But I had him in my mirror, and now he's turning left. Got a Mini behind me. Keeping an eye on that one. Nice steady 40 mile an hour. He's coming up the inside. There we go. So you know everything that's going on around you, and you should always be doing your 7s as well, which we call the 7s. Now the 7s are what they teach you on the advanced riding. So vanishing point, I'm looking right down the end where that van is. That's 1 and 2, left and right of the road. 3 and 4 is where that white van is, and in 5, left mirror, 6, your speed, 7, your right mirror, and constantly, you'll notice that my head constantly moves all the time. I'm like Churchill the nodding dog, because I like to know what is going on around me. So coming up to a junction, I'm looking back here, watching my mirror again, another quick look over the shoulder, another quick glance, is anything coming up that inside lane. I'm now on the mirror. I've got Dirty Grey Arctic coming up behind me up the hill. Nothing on the outside lane. I'm still in position 1, dead bang on 40 mile an hour, watching the lorry who's cutting across to the outside lane. So be very aware of your surroundings and what is going on around you. Get a feel for the bike as well. How is the bike performing? Is it riding good? Can I feel any undue movement or any vibration or noises coming from the bike? No, it rides absolutely lovely. But constantly on the mirrors, and the near side one now, I can now get a good glimpse round the corner behind me and see that white van that's coming up, and he's about 200 yards back, watching him in the outside mirror. So that is what you're doing while you're riding. You're keeping an eye. There we go, there goes the van. Orange van and the car coming up behind me. They're in 1 and 2, battling for position. The van's trying to get down the outside. The car's not letting him overtake, because the car's decided he's going to speed up the inside and cut the van off. He's flashing headlights there. So you just got to keep your eye on these numpty car drivers that are just going absolutely everywhere. Right, we're going to do a little hill climb now. So we're going to go up to RB Village. So which means I have to hook the middle lane, because the left lane is the left only. This one is the centre, next one across is the centre as well, centre and right, and the third or fourth one out there is the right hand lane. So occupy in front of the queue, step down through the box, leave it in neutral, checking the red car that is right behind me that's left me a nice big gap, and obviously this van to my inside, it is left only, so he's going to be going round to the left as well. So all good, get ready, watching the lights, we are away. And you know darn well that these will either go red by the time I get to them, or they're going to stay green. We're green, we're good to go. So climb the hill, and this is the bit where I can test the bike and put it under load, get it up to 40, pin the pegs or pin the throttle, and just see how it is. Now obviously watching the other carriageway, because I'm coming back down there in a minute, loads and loads of traffic, but I will show you in a second how to filter. And I haven't got to worry about this, because this bike is so slim it will fit anywhere, not like my big Triumph where I've got a huge great amount of panniers and bar room on it. So climbing the hill, nice steady 40 mile an hour, 41, and bike is climbing lovely. Now this is one of the steepest hills in Milton Keynes, apart from the one in Bow Brick Hill, which is a 1 in 12. This one is about a 1 in 6, I believe, 1 in 6 or 1 in 9. But it's a good old hill climb, so this is the bit where we climb up to the top of Milton Keynes, 170 foot above Milton Keynes. On the highest point of Milton Keynes, when we come down the other side, you'll get a great view of Milton Keynes all the way down to the city centre. And they're still waiting to sort this slip road out. We have had in the parish, because obviously ours is a parish council, being a village, they are now going to be redoing the slip road, because the amount of cars that were being told by Google Maps to turn onto the slip road in the wrong direction, and that was Google Maps and Apple Maps and Garmin and everything, they all got it wrong. Check the mirrors, shoulder check. Moving over. So what had happened, some car had turned down here, poor little couple of old dears that were coming up to go to Woburn, obviously turned up this slip road to be met by an oncoming head-on car that was accelerating onto the slip road, and it was head-on crash at 70, and unfortunately it was 3 fatalities. So they pulled these cones up to stop people coming down here. So they closed it for safety reasons. What they're actually doing now is they're going to get rid of one of these carriageways and alter the junction here, so you can only turn out, you can't turn in, because they're going to stagger the junction to face that way. So watching the car behind me, and I know who that is behind me, that's one of my neighbours. That's Tom from round the corner. Thought I recognised the car. Right, let's go back down the slip road. and head back to the garage. Nice long test ride this morning, because what we're doing now, with the amount of bikes coming out, we're just putting the full 8 miles on. Last mile or so on the day of handover. So you get a little bit longer test ride, a little bit more waffle from me. And while we're doing that, this week we have got Bike Night at the Lounge is on Thursday, which is tomorrow night. Right, let's move over. I have a gap in traffic. We're out. There we go, and you can see right the way across Bletchley and Milton Keynes from up here. Look at that. Trees everywhere. Milton Keynes, the city of trees and roundabouts. And only 5 miles to central Milton Keynes. So literally out of my village, and I am in whacking great big city centre within 5 miles, or about 15 minutes. But Milton Keynes, lovely place to live, apart from certain areas. But where I am, it is lovely. Beautiful, beautiful countryside, Woburn Woods. Checking that road to the left, that's a slip road from my village. We're all good. And then as you roll down, you will get a beautiful view across Milton Keynes. Look at that. All the new build houses where they built on farmland now. God help them, because that used to be the floodplain for the local river. They've widened the river, but you know that it's going to flood down there, don't you? It's always going to flood on a floodplain. You're not going to do anything, but obviously they have tried, obviously, to get planning permission for these fields and have been denied. Right, we're going to move out. Watching the mirror, outside lane. Let's drop a filter, so bringing the speed down slightly, rolling between the vehicles. Thank you very much. But this is the idea of having a motorcycle. You can cut through the rush hour traffic. Look at this. Filter, 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 filter. The only thing you've got to watch out for is obviously all these cat's eyes. So we're coming down here. Now what I need to do is get into the left-hand lane. So I'm going to drop an inside filter. There we go. All the way to the front of the queue. That's where I belong, as Toasty would say. Beans on toast. I could have gone round a few more, but the lights are about to go to green, so we will hang on for a second. Let's go, people. Watching these cars on the outside, because sometimes they cut across into the Bletchley turn. And of course, look, the weapon of choice. You can't get away without a test ride without seeing a taxi driver in a Prius, can you? Lovely. 6-speed box, up into 6th gear, nice steady 35 mile an hour in the 40. And we are back to the garage. I am going to go and have my early morning cup of coffee, cigarette, and get my bikes ready for the day. I am on bike MOTs and bike servicing all day. Got a whacking great big MT09 tracer to do later, chain and sprockets on that, and it's pressed link as well, DID gold. A couple more videos to do and shoot today. And of course, loads more bikes to prep. We've got the RX1 coming out. I've got another LXR, red and black one coming soon. The new 5.5, so we'll be showing you that one. Also got the new Barletta Orange, the one that you saw yesterday on the video. That is coming up and ready to prep. So I shall be out riding that. Got a blue and white Barletta coming out. And also a shed load more bikes. I think there's 10 bikes at the moment that are going out, because obviously local bike dealer has gone to the wall, which means unfortunately I have been stuck with all their bikes, and they're all prepped and PDI'd ready to go, but I am not letting them out until I have done my obligatory once over the bike. I'm not happy letting other people prep bikes that I am putting out, so I will be going over every single one of those bikes and checking everything is good. But we're selling bikes by the absolute crateful at the moment. If you do want a new or a used motorcycle, then you know the name, Eclipse Motorcycles, or just contact Rev. I'll tell you what we've got in stock. Right, just holding it on the clutch and rolling, and we're away. Only a little bit away from the garage now. I hope my coffee that I made earlier before I went out for my test ride is still warm. Should be. It's in my little heated cup. So test ride's complete, guys. Let's see what is on the yard. Have they put my bikes out or not? Or have I got to bring all the bikes out as well after my test ride? We shall find out. Drop a filter left-hand lane, watching him. Watch that gravel in the road. Ugh. Slippy stuff. Right, drop down here. Get ready to roll. And Bin Man is there as well. Oh god, there's cars and crap everywhere. And this is the only thing this time of the morning. Everybody blocks the road. All on the double yellows parked on the curb. Where are we going in your car? Oh, because she's left her door wide open. Well done, love. Well done. Right, we're back on the yard. Nope. There's Rocky, all on his lonesome because he got put out at 6:30 this morning. Right, we're going to figure out where to put these. Oh look, there's all the new bikes waiting to be prepped up. Right, we're going to put this one here for the minute. I'm going to sort my bikes out, sort the bays out, fills up the top end, working on a Lambretta. There he is. So, whatever you're doing, have yourself a good one. From Rev, as always, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me.